Hello, I'm Harry Fleetley. Remember it? No, you don't have to. And this is just going to be a small update video about the channel and life. It's not really like my usual content. It's just literally going to be a quick video. First of all, Happy New Year! I hope you all had a good New Year's Eve and a good Christmas and a good holiday overall. So with that, I would like to say Happy New Year and have a great 2024. So, on to the update. So, if I'm being honest, 2023 was a wild year for me. Like, it was a very up and down year for me. There were a lot of changes going on. I moved into the flat and there were a lot of things going on, like people in my life suddenly leaving, and generally a lot of episodes of anxiety. So, for those of you who don't know, I am autistic, and also sometimes I find it hard to cope with change, and this year has really not been a good year for it. So 2023 I think started out really well, and it progressively started to become more, not worse, but became very up and down. Like I said, a lot of people were leaving, new people were coming into my life. So for those of you who don't know, I live in a supported living placement until I get my own place. That means I live in a house with lots of people, and that means there are a lot of people, staff, and residents in this house coming and going. And this year has really been a bad year for people, like staff here and residents leaving, like old staff and residents going, new staff and residents coming in. It's all been very up and down, and it really took a toll on my mental health. Like, I was feeling a lot of anger inside me. I had a lot of negative thoughts, and this is really hard for me to talk about, which is why I'm stuttering a lot. So I had really negative thoughts and really bad thoughts of paranoia, like, oh my god, is this person gonna leave my life? What's gonna happen? Really, I've basically been walking on eggshells, trying to say the right things, so as not to scare people off, or trying not to get too worried about the future. And that brings me to my New Year's resolution, which is to, I guess you could say, which is to not worry about the future so much, and also to keep expectations low and hope high when building a new relationship. So, I'll be honest, I've always had a problem with growing too attached to people. It's always been a problem of mine, and it basically, I guess you could say I've had it maybe since I was 14, maybe. I've always had it, and this is really troubling for me when I'm trying to make new friends, I guess you could say. So, it always goes where I get too emotionally attached to a person, and they suddenly leave my life, I get all upset about it, and I guess you could say that's why I haven't gotten into a relationship yet. So, that is another resolution, is to not get too emotionally attached to people. So, that's my personal life. There's a lot of negative thoughts. And thoughts about ending my own life, which were quickly extinguished by thoughts of all the good I've got. and I am going to speak to a counsellor about this as well, so hopefully that should be sorted out soon. In terms of the channel, so 2024, I think, is going to be a lot more scheduled than last year. So for those of you who don't know, I have started a new schedule. So now I upload every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I think this year is going to be a really big year for fan fictions on the channel, like what if fan fictions, me reading fan fictions on my Wattpad, which I tend to do on occasion. And yeah, just this is going to be a big year for fan fiction. And also, I guess you could say projects like movie reviews. And another thing, I'm wanting to bring back reaction videos. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I used to do reaction videos. And for a while that kind of stopped because the app I was using for my reactions, it wasn't working anymore. For some reason, the videos I linked in the bio of basically the videos I always link in like the special bio, I guess you could say search bar for the app, wasn't working. Like the videos would not load, they were loading for a really long time. And I kind of want to bring back reaction videos, but in a different way, because the problem I had with my previous reactions is I couldn't pause the video to talk, and I tended to say a lot. I tend to do a lot of my own commentary on my reactions. So until I find a way to really splice together a good reaction video where I can react to stuff, you can see the video, and I can pause to then comment on everything, but maybe not overdo it. The reaction videos have kind of been put on a hiatus, but rest assured they will come back. They will come back. And another thing I'd like to say, I'm probably going to take a break from horror and maybe focus on my own mental health. It doesn't really affect the channel or anything, it's just something I thought I'd bring up. So I'll probably still make horror content, like horror reviews and that, but maybe not reaction videos to scary videos, because I'm currently taking a break from all of that to focus on myself. And really, if I surround myself with too much horror, it's not good for my mental health. Like, I recently watched the Terrifier movie, with Art the Clown, and I remember thinking, oh my god. And I think this was around the time I just decided not to watch horror anymore. Not because I was scared of the Terrifier movies. I mean, I wasn't scared of them, but mainly because they were so bloody and gory that it was a bit overwhelming. Like, I had to stop watching the first movie halfway through and then finish it the next day so that I don't get freaking nightmares of Art the Clown. But yeah, it doesn't really affect the channel, but I'll probably take a break from horror. I'll probably react to things like maybe SML or other channel-related content, so I'm not just an SML reactor. But with that being said, that's all I'll have to say. Look forward to a lot more fan fictions and reaction videos in 2024. I genuinely hope that 2024 is better than 2023, because honestly, like I said, 2023 was a rough year. And I think it was the opposite of 2022 for me, because where 2022 started out really bad with a bit of drama with my previous home that I stayed in, while also dealing with a former friend of mine, and also someone who tried to rope me into some drama about Mr. Freddy Krueger that's long since been dead, thank God. And then it slowly got better for me, and I think 2023 is kind of the opposite in a way, except I have had that balance of bad and good as well. But with that being said, I hope you all have a good 2024. Make sure you like the video, share, and subscribe. And just tell me what your year's been like for you. Tell me what your year's been like. I've been making this video talking about me. Tell me what your year's been like in the comments. And with that being said, I'm Harry Fleet TV. Remember, so you don't have to.